Okay, you guys, this tutorial is going to walk you through the ski jump assignment. Part of the assignment is you need to come up with your own ski jump and you need to come up with your own ski jumper. We're going to be motion tweening this ski jumper, so of course you're going to need to make it a symbol and you need to put it in its own layer. That's why it's in the library right here. I'm going to show you how to motion tween it first, and then you are going to come up with some sort of creative ending for your ski jumper. So, what I got here is I got my layers. I have one frame. I need to give myself room to work. I need to extend the timeline, and I don't know how long it's going to be. So I'm just going to come down here in the timeline, select some frames, right click and insert frame. Now I can move my playhead. I've got some room to work. We're talking about my ski jumper here. He is already a symbol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on the layer and say create motion tween. So ski jumper is going to start here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so we can see the curve here. And he's going to start where he is in frame one. So I'm going to move the timeline, let's say 5 frames, let's say. And I'm basically going to move him to just different points. And then I'm going to edit the keyframes from there. So from 1 to 5, he's going here. And now we're going to hit a straightaway. So I'm going to move the playhead a little bit more and move him down. I'm not going to worry about rotating him just yet. I'll put him, let's say, right there. So I'll test my animation right here. It looks really, really fake. I need to change it, but that's fine. I'm just blocking in the animation right now. So I move the playhead again and move the graphic. I'm going to move him right here, let's say. Okay, cool. So we basically have our animation blocked in. I just need to make some adjustments to the motion guide, but I don't want to do that until I'm done animating my ski jumper. All right, so let's say I don't know what I'm going to do from here. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and adjust the motion guides right now, and then what I'll do is something called split motion right here, split motion, and that creates 2 motion tweens, and that's pretty important that you do that. All right, so this keyframe right here, what I want to do is take free transform, and I want to rotate my guy right here. I can always bump him over with the arrow keys on my keyboard if I need to. Okay, that looks pretty good. Still needs some adjustment. I'll go to the next keyframe. That's pretty good, but I'm going to bump him up and over with the arrow keys on my keyboard and go ahead and rotate him slightly. Okay, now I go to my last keyframe and I'm going to have to rotate the ski jumper like so, and I am bumping him over using the arrow keys on my keyboard like so. And that's going to be my tween right here, you guys. I plan on doing a split motion right here, and that's going to make a separate motion tween. Very important. Okay, so now that I plan on making a separate motion tween, I can go ahead and move these motion guides. Now here's the deal, you guys. If I move the motion guides first before I'm done with my tween, I just did it right here, and that's going to look pretty good. I can test it. That looks pretty good. I can put in some more keyframes if I need to, but basically if I don't split motion, if I continue my animation and move the guy, then Flash Animate goes ahead and automatically curves this motion guide, and it's really hard to set it straight. So that's why we use a split motion. So I'm going to Command Z, and I'm going to go ahead and take care of the rest of my initial guy. So I'm just going to go ahead and move him closer to where he needs to be. I put another keyframe here, and then I test it. That's good, good. Now he's coming over here, and he's going to rotate, but I'm going to go to the middle of those keyframes and basically do something like that, and then test it. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, instead of rotating him and making another keyframe, I'm just going to move, whoops, I'm just going to move my motion guide. Be sure not to have the free transform selected. And I think I will make another keyframe actually. And you're going to come to this conclusion too. You just need to make it look good. And if you need to insert another keyframe, insert another keyframe. So you can basically have some keyframing going on with your motion tween. That's pretty good. Let's see. Let's bump him up. Rotate him a little bit. I'm using the keyframe that's there, and then I'm testing. It's pretty good. Like I said, if you want to make other keyframes, you are welcome to. Now, this is a pretty good initial jump, and that's part of the first part of the assignment. I'm going to go ahead and right-click here, and I'm going to split motion. Okay. Now, just to illustrate that this is a separate tween, I'm going to remove this tween here, and you can see it's completely separate now, and it has a circular keyframe, not a diamond keyframe. But I do plan on motion tweening this guy, and let's say he is going to jump in a passing helicopter. So I already have a layer here for my helicopter, and I already made a helicopter. It's in the library. So let's get done animating this guy. He's going to come up, and he's going to get in the helicopter somewhere around here. So I just need to make pretty much a point A to point B. And I'm just guessing here, but I'm just going to go down another 10 keyframes, then move the guy right about here. Make sure he doesn't get caught in the rotors. Notice that the motion guide is nice and straight, and that is because it is a new tween. But I don't want it nice and straight right now. I want it a little bit curved. Whoops, I got to do that with the black arrow, not the free transform. Put a little arc in it right here. So now I'll test it. So now I got my ski jumper. So basically by frame 30, my helicopter needs to be around where that guy is. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the motion tween in. It is going to, let's say, start right here. So I'll insert a keyframe here. And then right here, I'm going to make sure the ski jumper gets on there. Bump them up with the arrows on the keyboard. And then basically, I'll just make them disappear. Right click, remove frames. So now it just looks like he's getting in the helicopter. All right, cool. Now I got to finish motion tweening the helicopter, and I need to make sure it doesn't look like it's speeding up. So I'm just going to guesstimate here. Move the playhead, move the graphic, and I'm going to test that out. Let's see what it looks like. It's pretty good. I guessed right. Now, the thing is, you do not have to have the ski jumper getting in the helicopter. Right when you have the ski jumper move off the ramp, what I want you to do is have some other outcome for your ski jumper. Be creative. And normally I would want 2 scenes, but I'm just going to ask you guys for 1. And that's it.